my November TBR. First is Flock. Yeah, I'm in my Why Choose era and I'm ready for Flock. Finally. I heard that it's like a fluffy romance. Psych, I'm just kidding. I know this shit's fucked up, but I'm gonna love it. I already know. This next one is gonna excite so many people that I already pissed off. Document this moment right now because Jacob is going to pick up Credence and I'm gonna finish Credence. I stopped at 51%. A few months ago, I DNF'd it, but I'm picking it back up and I'm gonna finish it this month. If I don't finish it this month, you can unfollow me. Next is Scarred. I fucking loved Hooked, and Emily McIntyre produces masterpieces, so I have no doubt that this book will be flawless. Last up is Kiss My Putt. I am a golfer myself, so I'm gonna be the judge if she portrays golfers correctly, and I'll let you guys know because all you girls out there need a golf man. You need it. All right, well, I wasn't too ambitious this month, but this is my November TBR, just 4 books, and yes, Credence will be finished.
Does anyone else genuinely hate when an author, hints at an unplanned pregnancy, but then it ends up not being pregnancy? Unplanned pregnancy has got to be the worst trope of all time. I will DNF any book that has an unplanned pregnancy. I hate it. It immediately ruins the whole thing for me. It's over. But, hinting at it, and then it turns out to not be that, and then I was all stressed out for no reason. I almost DNF'd your book. What are we doing? No, stop.
21, can you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich flex for me? Then 21, can you do something for me? Drop some bars to my pussy ex for me. Then 21, can you do something for me? Can you talk to the ops next for me? 21, do your thing, 21, do your thing. Do your thing, 21, do your...
This is my October wrap-up. I read a total of 5 books in the month of October. First up, I'm not sure if this actually counts as an entire book, but I read this novella, Riding the Headless Horseman. This shit was spicy, dude. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because in my mind, I wouldn't change anything about the book. I know spooky season is over, but I would still read this. Next up is Too Scared to Sleep by Andrew Duplessis. This is probably one of the most innovative things I've seen in the book community because this book is 30 short stories, and at the end of each short story there is a QR code. You scan it and it plays a short movie of what you just read. This was a 4 out of 5 for me because I get scared easy. Next up was Fallacy Entangled. This was the longest book I have ever read in my entire life. It is a mafia romance, and I think I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, I really struggle with lengths of books. Like, novellas are my new cup of tea. Next up is Acroix. No idea how to say that. This is a sci-fi dystopian thriller, and it is the first of that genre that I have read. I thought it was very interesting, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The plot was amazing. The whole book was fantastic. But with sci-fi and fantasy, I get really confused about the names, and I feel like it's really hard to depict what you're reading, if that makes sense. There wasn't really any fan art about this book. I know that usually helps. But yeah, 4 out of 5. I loved it. Last up is The Coworker by Frida McFadden. I have not actually finished this book yet. I am almost done with it, and if you know me, you know that I'm obsessed with a good old-fashioned Frida McFadden book, and I love her thrillers. Thriller is my favorite genre. Frida can do no wrong in my eyes. This book will probably be a 5 out of 5. All right, that is my October wrap-up. I read 4 books and a novella, so 4.5. Well, I didn't finish The Coworker, so 3.5. Round up to 4 books in October. Book math. I'm
This is for all of my girlies who read to fall asleep. How do y'all do it? How do you guys do it? Because I'm laying here at midnight, and I am... so much is happening. I can't put this book down. How do you guys just, like, read a couple chapters, close the book, and go to bed? The plot twist has now happened. How am I supposed to go to bed? I can't. Are you guys okay? I'm not. We're finishing this book tonight. We'll see you at 3 a.m.
I have to go make a call. I finally finished Credence. What the fuck? I started Credence a couple months ago, and I stopped after the couch scene because I was new to reading and I was not ready for that level of smut. And it turns out that after chapter 23, I still may not be ready for that level of smut. Actually, you know, there are spicier books than this. I do know that. So maybe it's less of the smut and maybe I'm just not ready for this level of taboo. Maybe Penelope Douglas books are just not my cup of tea because I heard that all of Penelope's books are just out there. Also, are we going to talk about who she fucking picked? Like, really? That dude was way too aggressive. I don't know why she chose him. All right, well, I'm going to rate this 3 out of 5, which I think is generous considering I DNF'd it a couple months ago. But yeah, super taboo. Just left me sitting there saying, what the fuck? So yeah, don't think I like Penelope Douglas.
Das ist die Thalia Book Challenge. Los geht's. Zeig mir ein Buch, auf das du allein durch das Cover aufmerksam geworden bist. Zeig mir ein Buch, dessen Titel perfekt zum Inhalt passt. Zeig mir ein Buch, das dich zuletzt positiv überrascht hat. Zeig mir ein Buch, das du zuletzt geschenkt bekommen hast. Und zeig mir ein Buch, das du niemals aussortieren wirst.
Okay, y'all, I am in my office and I have book mail. I did a little ordering from Barnes & Noble over the weekend. Nobody judged me. I mean, who's judging on this platform, honestly? I don't even know why I would say that. Ugh. Well, the judging part's gonna come here. I have not read this series yet, but I did see these on Barnes & Noble, and I am a member, so I got a little bit of a discount, and they were already on sale, so I did it. Look, I just was absolutely obsessed with these covers. They're beautiful. They're freaking beautiful. Oh my god. They're even prettier in person, obviously. I don't know what I was expecting. They did not have the third one for pre-order yet in this style. They had it ready for pre-order in the original covers, which I'm sorry are not my favorite. But I will be getting that. My plan is to read these in January to be prepped for the new one. But they were on sale. I couldn't pass it up. Ooh. They're just gorgeous.
People always say money can't buy happiness. Wrong. You know what money buys? Books. You know what books make me? Happy.
Dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Welcome to the Fourth Wing.
Books. Books, she has found, are a way to live 1,000 lives, or to find strength in a very long one.
This is almost every single book that I've read so far this year, and I'm going to recommend them with just a simple yes or no. Ugly Love, Colleen Hoover, no. The Housemaid, Frida McFadden, yes. The Housemaid's Secret, Frida McFadden, fuck yes. Verity, Colleen Hoover, yes. Credence, Penelope Douglas, yes. Hooked, Emily McIntyre, yeah. Shutout, Avery Keelan, yes. The Inmate, Frida McFadden, no. I'm sorry for that last one. Riding the Headless Horseman, yes. Too Scared to Sleep, Andrew Duplessis, yeah. Oh yeah. Four Strings, CC Kensington, I'll give it a yeah. I'll give it a yeah. All right, that is almost every single book that I have read so far this year. I fully expect to be roasted, so just have at it. What the fuck? A couple months ago, I DNF'd Credence after the couch scene, and I just recently finished it. And let me tell you, chapter 23 was a fucking trip. I finished the book. I gave it a 3 stars. Go ahead and hate me. I can't do Taboo. I can't. But we're not here for a book review. No. We're here to talk about that one chapter. I saw where this was gonna go, and I was begging her. Please make up your mind before we go down this road. Please. Eventually, I accepted the fact that this was just gonna happen, and I just had to get through it. As a man reading that, you have to understand the level of confusion. I thought they were in Colorado, not fucking Paris. Oh, better yet, Alabama. I have a love-hate relationship with this book, and it's mostly hate. These are books that made my girlfriend cry so hard that I had to care for her for like 5 days. The first one is The Way I Used to Be. Trigger warnings for this book is lots of essay, and it fucked her up for a long time. Next is Exodus. To this day, she'll just be crying randomly one day, and I'll ask her, hey, what's wrong? And it's because she's thinking about this book that she read 5 months ago. Next up is Fourth Wing. She sobbed uncontrollably, and a lot of those feelings are resurfacing because Iron Flame just came out, but I've never read it. So next up is If He Had Been With Me. With this one, while she was reading it, she really wouldn't let me go anywhere. Like, if I was going to drive to like the store or the gym, she would like refuse. She offered to pay me to stay home. Last is Ugly Love. This one, I woke up to sniffles at 3 a.m. and asked her what's wrong, and she said nothing. So I went back to sleep. Long story short, I ended up reading this. No idea what she was crying about at all. Also, it is her most tabbed book that she owns. All right, thanks for roasting my girlfriend with me.
We've had girl math. We've had boy math. This is book math. Part 2. Number 1, if you DNF a book and you imagined your own ending, then you basically finished it. Number 2, if you get a book using your Audible credits, that book was actually free. Number 3, if you only have the hardcover version of a book, you do not actually own that book until you buy the paperback. Number 4, if you have Kindle Unlimited, then every book in the world is now free. Number 5, if you reread a book that you read like a while ago, that actually counts as reading another book. Number 6, if you lend a friend a book and they don't give it back to you, so you have to go and buy it again, you actually didn't lose any money because you're just lending people books. Number 7, if you buy 5 different versions of the same book, all with different covers, that actually counts as one book because you're just collecting.
I just finished season 1 of The Secret Life of the American Teenager, and holy fuck, dude. Ben is a bitch. This dude's watching his girl Amy give birth to Ricky's baby, and he's jealous. Anyways, the end of season 1 is not why I'm making this video. It's the beginning of season 2 that made me make this video. I don't even know where to fucking start. Spoiler warning, because I'm not holding back at all. Go, leave, and come back later. So season 2 starts, right? And they just throw us in. They just drop us straight in there like we're supposed to know what happened in between seasons. Amy's mom is pregnant. Adrian's parents are like back together. He like left his family. And then Grace is all of a sudden ready to do the deed. Grace. And then my favorite part of the episode. Ben walks into Amy's house. He walks right up. He thinks it's a fantastic idea to look her in her face and say, yeah, I'm ready to do it. This motherfucker. Anyways, this show is a fucking train wreck. I'll keep you updated as I watch more, but fucking A.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby.
Today we have a book haul. First is Flock by Kate Stewart. I always borrow my girlfriend's version of this to make videos. Now I have my own. Let's go. Next is A Little Complicated by Kelsey Ray. I fucking love hockey romance nowadays. I also love hockey, you know, the sport that's played in real life. Anyways, this is her new book, and I am so excited to read it. Then we got Rock Lane by S.L. Lake. This is like a rock star romance, kind of, is what I'm gathering. Haven't read one of those before, so excited. At this point, my Frida McFadden collection is 100% out of hand. She takes up about half my bookshelf, and the collection is still growing because we have Want to Know a Secret and The Wife Upstairs. Now, I showed constraint. I did not go buy these books. These were sent to me by Marlene, who says, "Hey, Jacob, I hope you enjoy your gifts and keep growing your Frida McFadden collection." Marlene has my back. All right, that is my book haul, and I am probably most excited for Flock. On God, this show, The Secret Life of the American Teenager, has me pulling out my hair. Before I get into how much I hate this motherfucker Ben Boykovich, if you haven't seen the show, go away because I'm gonna ruin this dude's reputation right now. This motherfucker. Okay, first things first, Grace's dad passes away, Dr. Bowman. That's a tragedy. My heart breaks for Grace, and yet it was overshadowed by Ben Boykovich's bitch ass face, who stands there at a service and says, "I really can't stand here much longer." Anyways, quick update. I still hate Ben more than I hate anything in this world. Amy, still pissing me off. Her attitude, no one has time for that shit. Oh yeah, Mrs. Juergens is pregnant, and I just found out that George lied about getting a vasectomy. And the new boyfriend can't have kids, so another baby Juergens is on the way, so that's great. Also, I think Ben is going to Italy for the summer, so I really hope that there's like a 4-episode span where I don't see that motherfucker's face because I might break my TV. I'm actually going to start filming my raw reactions as I'm watching the show because I just feel like it's comedy gold. All right, later. And as always, hashtag fuck Ben Boykovich.
And wait a second, wait.
This is my 10 before the end. Basically, this is 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. First up is Fourth Wing. The hype around this book is insane, and I have to see what it's about. So naturally, I would like to read Iron Flame as well. It is the sequel to Fourth Wing, and it just came out. Next is the Mindfuck series, and I don't care what anybody says. I am going to count this as 5 books because it says books 1 through 5. So this counts as 5 books. I don't care. Don't at me. Next up is Flock by Kate Stewart. I'm in my why choose era. Then there's Love in Other Words. My girlfriend is obsessed with this book, so I need to see what is so amazing about this. All right, last up for my 10 before the end is Cups of Sugar. This book is kind of like the TV show You. She falls in love with this guy that's really similar to Joe Goldberg, so fuck yeah. All right, this is my 10 before the end. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.